sad. Our chicken hospital is no more. Look at this. Babies making their way. We have a little heat lamp that constantly travels around with them. You see all the activity? I don't know if you can see it, but there are people coming and going, and it's kind of thrilling because that means summer has started. Good job getting the baby wasp. Show me your hand. How do you feel?
Good.
You feel good this morning? I'm so glad. Summer starting means that my days look a lot more like they did 10 years ago than they did a month ago. I start my days more quiet with these two. My big kids head out to help serve meals alongside Doug. So my life changes dramatically the minute summer kicks into full gear. Especially this year because for months we haven't been allowed to have camp because of all the COVID stuff. We had camp shut down, so we didn't even have retreat season going on for a couple months. So this summer feels particularly stark, I think, that just a couple of days ago, I was doing all my normal stuff with the big kids, and now here we are. Hey Fisher, did you see the new yellow flowers? They're like little balls of flowers.
They kind of blueberry.
They look like blueberries?
Yeah.
Hmm. Authority is such an important concept. Authority, when well used, like to say, no, keep your hat on. It's summer in Texas, is a good thing. Authority to say, hey, we're only going to canoe and fish in groups, and at certain times, is a good thing. It keeps people from drowning and nobody finds out until later. I think one of the problems that comes when there's a misuse of authority or a wrong understanding of authority is our temptation to throw out authority altogether. And in my own heart, I've had to battle that when I see misuse or abuse of authority, to not let it completely erode all trust in any authority. Similar to when you see God's name used for personal gain or used to consolidate power and retain power rather than to serve, because the Son of Man came not to be served but to serve. When you see God's name used to get other people to serve the one in authority, it's so ugly. It's not like Christ. And it can cause people to want to throw away God altogether. Come on, baby.
Yeah.
It's such a delicate thing because even right now there's a situation where, because the mom tested positive for COVID, they took the newborn from her. Even though research shows that mothers who breastfeed, all kinds of benefits, obviously, of colostrum and the importance of those first few days, things that we know now that we didn't know or didn't have data for 40, 50 years ago in America. Now we know for sure. But not only that, but we know that breastfeeding passes immunological benefits. So these bureaucrats in Washington state took a newborn from its mama for like a number of days before finally the courts intervened and put things right. And when we see authority, like the state of Washington, abused like that, it can be tempting to say, forget it, all authority needs to be stripped. And maybe in certain instances where there's a wicked abuser of authority who repeatedly abuses his authority, maybe we need to remove authority. But in general, we don't need to do away with then the authority of the government or the authority of a parent or the authority of a leader of some kind. Such a tricky thing, authority, because authority well used goes for the flourishing and the health of those underneath that authority. And we all know that no human authority is perfect. So it's always going to be this balance. Hard to retain the significant things without losing the overall concept when we're trying to right wrongs. I think the country of Chaz, which is right now that's a new thing that's happening this week in America. I think the authority of Chaz is one good example of this, where there's clearly this desire of people like, we're gonna do it right, and then they can't even agree on what right is. So I think authority is a hard thing, but we have to keep striving to get it right. It's the work of mothering, and it's the work of life, I think, to rightly use what we're given. This baby is not one, he is 2. You say, I'm 2 today.
I'm 3.
But today is not your birthday. Whose birthday is it?
Dada.
It's Gus's birthday. Yeah, we're taking this to the chickens.